What's up, guys? Slapping Plates, I'm back. It's Saturday. Jesus Christ. So, in this video, I want to talk a little bit about kind of like what to experience being a super small content creator. And if you want to do it, chances are you're going to experience these feelings. I really wasn't like expecting to feel the way about certain things with my content that I do, and I'm going to touch over a bunch of that. But let's start from the elephant in the room, right? For content, you need good quality and good audio quality, right? So, you're gonna need to do some research, right? Most often than not, you'll watch some, like, for me, like, use me for an example. I wanted to do car content, like sit in my car, make videos and talk, you know. You don't really need some super duper fancy camera for that type of shit. In the future, I definitely will invest into one, depending on how the channel's going, just because I'm going to want higher quality exterior content. But let's just say you're just a person, you know, you don't want to get people involved, you just want to get in your car and drive. It's going to be like probably around $1,000 for a GoPro and a mic, and you get pretty alright quality. Like, there's better, but for the purposes that we're using it for, it's fine. You know what I mean? So, first out of the way, you're gonna need to invest a little bit in some cameras and fucking mics, just to make sure you can get some good quality. And then you're gonna need mounts, which is not that expensive. You know, you're gonna go through them quite often because they're all made of fucking cheap plastic and they break really easily. So, first part out of the way, small investment. Alright, now, second, you need to decide what kind of content you want to make, right? Okay? So, a GoPro can be used for just about anything. That's why it's like a safe bet for your first camera, per se. Like, you can make content just about anywhere doing anything with it. You know? So, I'm not giving you a ride, buddy. So, let's say, well, it doesn't really matter what I have to say about content creation. You're going to make what you want, right? So, if you just literally do something you love, you know, like, people will see your emotion, they'll hear your emotion, they'll understand your emotion towards that specific subject, and that'll make people like it more, right? At least that's my perspective on it. Again, I'm not some big fancy fucking YouTuber. I'm not even at 500 subs yet. But I'm just trying to give people a general understanding of what it's like. I've been doing this for almost a year. I've done it a lot in the past, like gaming wise, but I couldn't find a game that I liked, and I was kind of like finding myself like playing the game, and I didn't want to, like forcing myself to do it just to try and, like, you know what I mean? So, literally chase what you love at that point. Now, let's talk a little bit about videos, editing, shit like that, thumbnails. Me personally, I don't do thumbnails. I did in the past, but Photoshop's fucking expensive. If you want to edit pictures and shit, Photoshop is really, really expensive. And to me, it's just not worth it at this point. Right? So, you gotta keep that in mind. You gotta pay more for Photoshop to edit. And so, I wouldn't, holy shit, some decline here. I wouldn't worry too much about thumbnails and stuff. Sure, they catch the eye, but it's not all that matters, right? See, you look at small businesses, right? You ask the boss about like how it works, right? I had a couple of them that told me, you know, you want the bingo word, right? That's where, for example, you, like, this is construction words, right? You work on the old lady's house, you do a good job, it's like you were never there. She'll go down to the bingo hall, she'll tell all her friends, hey, this person did this for me, and there's, you know, like, and so on and so forth, right? So, if you do all that shit, and the word does spread, right? Then you're gonna get views, you're gonna get subs, you're gonna get people who like you, you're gonna get people who hate you, so on and so forth, right? That's just how it goes. So, thumbnails aren't everything. You don't need to, like, you know, pray for that one viral video, because 99% of the people is not going to subscribe or interact with it. They're just going to watch it, right? So, that's how that's going to go. Thumbnails and shit. Sure, they're catchy, but it is what it is. You guys get the point. Editing. This is something I'm going to touch on, right? See, for some videos, it's like, I'm really feeling it, right? I really enjoyed the video. Like, really, really, really enjoyed it. And, you know, I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to put hours in editing. Then I'm going to upload it. And views ain't everything, but views are a big part of it. That's kind of like what motivates you to, like, want to do, like, bigger, better content. You know what I mean? Fuck, I got to start from the beginning. I was distracted here. I'm trying to figure out when to pull out here. Alright, so yeah, back to editing. Sorry, I was distracted. Had to focus on driving for a second there. So, for example, I'll put a fuck ton of effort into a video. I'll edit the fuck out of it. I'll upload it. It'll get like 100 views, and that's where it just dead stops. Right? And then, for example, I'll do a video the next day. For me, it was like, yeah, it's a pretty good video, you know? Like, I don't have to edit it much. I'll just cut a couple spots, you know, shorten it down, stuff like that. And then I'll upload it, right? That shit'll get like 500 views, and it's like, what the fuck? So it's like, it's really like discouraging in a sense, where it's like, okay, I just put all this effort into the video, and it's not even like, you know? So it's like, should I even bother editing the video? Should I not, you know? Again, for that type of shit, you're gonna get discouraged. It is what it is. Because, like, the amount of views you get on a video, I don't know why, but it translates to an instant satisfaction of, yeah, that investment of time was worth it. Right? So that's how that goes. But if you don't get the views, you're like, oh shit, did I fuck up? Is it a bad video? Like, I thought it was great, like, you know what I mean? But you gotta expect that, you know? So you're gonna have good videos, you're gonna have bad videos. You gotta like understand that. And another thing I want to touch on is subs, right? Like, let's just say you're uploading videos, your subs is climbing. And then it gets to the point where, like, I'm at, right? Where I hit around, like, 440 and it just, like, started crawling. Like, one, go, like, a week. It's like none. And then one. And then another week. Then one. And then another week. Then one. Then another week. Like 10. See, I feel like that's usually the spot where people fuck up. Because getting those subs is like a high. Like, best way to explain it. It's like an addiction, right? It's like, hell yeah, I'm getting fucking hella subs, you know, like, I'm getting traction, I'm getting up there, you know, it's fucking going. And then it stops, and you're like, fuck, what can I do to keep it going, right? And the real answer is nothing. Keep doing what you like. Literally. Don't change your shit. It is what it is. Anyways, yeah. So, yeah, a lot of people will hit that, like, dead spot, and they'll be like, okay, I gotta change it up. Right? But you gotta understand, people's like, viewership changes with seasons, with holidays, with fucking birthdays, funerals, fucking all that shit that's going on in a person's life. Like, sometimes they're just tired and they don't want to fucking watch your videos and sub and fucking do all this shit. You know, they just want to, like, do their own shit, right? Or, like, comments and, you know, all the interactions with your channel. Sometimes people are just fucking busy, and you gotta understand that, right? It's gonna have slow parts, it's gonna have quick parts. It really depends on the season, the holidays, the shit that people are going through. You know, like, you gotta understand that, like, what's popping on YouTube. Like, for example, if there's a war going on, don't expect super amounts of views, because everybody's gonna be paying attention to that, right? Understandably. Like, but don't let that discourage you either, because that's how it's gonna go. When that time hits, you know, take that time to, like, rewatch your shit. Don't change it. Maybe adjust it a bit. You know, try some new stuff. See how that works out. Anyways, try some new stuff. See how that works out. If it's a hit, then, you know, yeah. Try to talk to the viewers, the subscribers, the people who like, the people who comment. Try and talk to them and get an understanding for what they like. You know, create a social media page where they can directly message you, you know, so like, you guys can feed off each other, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, we want this, I'll provide this. Okay, we want this, okay, I'll provide this. And, you know, just so on and so forth. Just keep doing that. Just, it'll work out eventually, you know what I mean? Like, it takes time. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say on being a small content creator. At least my experience so far. So if you guys want to get into this, you know, expect discouragement, expect hype, expect excitement, you know. Like, when someone tells you they want you to make merch so they can buy it, like, that shit's like, what? Like, you want to wear my brand. You want me to make a brand and you to wear it. Like, to me, like, blows me outside of my mind, bro. It's like, what? Like, what? Like, that's crazy. That's progress. That's progress, bro. Again, I appreciate you for that. Like, that comment made my fucking night. Like, I was like, what the fuck? Like damn. Thank you. So, yeah, that's gonna be it in the video. I hope it helped you guys out in some way, shape, or form, and to get a general understanding of what it's like to be a small content creator and what to experience. So, yeah, I hope you guys' weekend was fine. This is my last video for the week. I'll see you guys next weekend. Peace.